Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This right here behind me is my 86 FC RX-7. We plan on putting a K-Series A2 in it with a Cd01. It was cheaper than a Cd09. So right now, she's really just bare bones, and we're gonna go ahead and make her more bare bones. Start stripping the wheels. I already got the front two off. And then we're gonna come around to the engine bay and just do the easy stuff first and then go into it from there. Follow along and see how it goes. We got a rear 5-lug swap that I need to put on with a new rotor. Still need to get the rotor, but I got the hub and bearing and stuff. Still need to get the fronts, but I got a guy for that. So, in the meantime, guess we'll move on to taking out all this stuff. Probably gonna remove the hood first and then go to here. From there, I don't know if I want to do the brake booster yet, just because I don't have anything to cap the lines. But we'll go from there and then work our way in, get to the dash, and I did go through and actually can't remember his name or his handle or anything. I'll have to drop it at some point, but I already went through and mocked up a K-Series in here. Just had to mess with the front subframe a tiny bit, but I didn't mess with any pickup points, nothing. Just kind of extended a little bit of it out from there to there, the center section. So we're gonna go ahead and do, follow the same thing. He ended up using the bottom part of it, the RX-7 motor mount, which comes out from there, and the subframe on the sides. Can't really see it all the way, so should be all good. Should have some holes right here on the side of the block to do so, behind all that stuff. And then we just gotta get the PMC adapter plate to go from the K-Series to the Cd01. And then yeah, we're gonna go ahead and run it on a Fuel Tech standalone ECU. Oh, dude, did I just get a magnet? Oh, score! Look at that. That's a win, dude. But yeah, Fuel Tech ECU. We're gonna go ahead and wire it up ourselves. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. I went through and already ran it all from fuse box, all that stuff, so should be all good. And then yeah, show you guys the interior. It's trashed. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and probably get some NRGs for the seats. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the dashboard. I thought about maybe doing a flock kit on it, but I don't think body filler is going to do so well on that, so I got to figure that out. Or I found another maroon one on RX-7 parts for like 150 bucks, and I could care less if it's maroon. I'll just still flock it. Ended up going in last night after I took the hood off, so we're going to pick up where we left off here. I decided, though, I'm not going to move to the interior yet. I'm probably just going to go through and drop the subframe, do the rear end, all that stuff, so we can get it stripped, and then we'll move on into the inside and pull out all the wiring. So we'll hit you guys with an update here in a bit. And yeah, I think I have to keep this on. Pretty sure it goes to, yeah. It's the, like a motor. I thought it was right here, but this is just the pivot point, so. That, I think I might even have to knock in some and figure something out, we'll see. Just that it's gonna be pretty tight right up in there. Get to that when it comes to it. Most of these parts coming off are gonna be for sale as well, so if you guys need anything, let me know. Should be open. The only thing I am keeping is the rear end, front subframe with the rack, dashboard, maybe. I want a different one, but I might have to make that work. Other than that, suspension, OEM wheels, the hubs, all of it. sail intact. Passenger. Oh well. Got the fender liner out. I'm gonna go in here and take out the washer bottle. And I think that's really it for the engine compartment, and then we'll move on to those guys. Start dropping the front subframe, and then move on over to the back. Do all this stuff. Probably drop the diff, all that. Haven't taken a good look at the diff. It's just a GXL, so it's the NA RX-7, meaning it's probably just a regular diff. However, I know the guy got it from another guy that was sitting there swapping parts back and forth between another chassis, so I don't really know. Might have something more there, might not. One cool thing about this guy right here, though, is shout out to Jeremy. He hooked it up, and it looks like this. It's a K24A2, but if you notice, that looks like an aluminum K20 pan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. And you can tell it's already removed and taken off. So it looks like there's a chance something's going on in there, and something cool about it too. It comes with it's the BB1 head, so it's got the exhaust and intake cam adjustability. I just need to get the RBC gear for it, but I don't know. I haven't gone into the thing yet, so we'll see what else she's got in store for us. Then I don't know, this thing's probably going to shit third about the second time I'm out, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Pulled this out, and there's still fluid. I don't know if you can really see, but it's all milky in there. We're going to go pour it out. I don't know. Was a bit milky. Woo. It is cool that this thing still has the top hat covers for it on both sides, and then it had the little bushing cover on both sides right there to cover that guy. It's in pretty good shape for a chassis for what it is. The only bits of rust that I've been able to find so far is just right in here, which, I mean, makes sense with all the brake fluid and stuff. So a little bit touch up there, and the base should look pretty good with a wash. Oh no, I was just a little stupid. Huh. Well, that's fun. 17. Let's go 16. And yeah, I really should have known better. I don't know what I was thinking right there. I was just stuck, so I was like, oh, I should probably undo the back. Gotta go do the same on the other side, and we should be able to drop the subframe. I might honestly see what I can get at work. Run a measurement off that, and then off that there, and do some research on what rating I want, I guess, and then go from there. Alright, I ended up going back inside last night after I took off the hubs and shocks and all that. I was going to drop the front subframe right there. However, I realized the rear itself is a little bit heavy at the moment. So we're going to take her back here, possibly drop the fuel tank, and then we're going to drop the rear subframe with the diff. Should only be that guy right there on both sides, and then one right here, if you can see it. Boom, on both sides as well. Then we're gonna go through and unbolt the shocks from up there. That way, hopefully all of it should just be able to drop out. And then I want to take the fuel tank out just because there is no hanger. Can't really see in there, but there is no hanger, so you can see it's all cobwebbed up. Needs to be cleaned out. So we're gonna go ahead, probably start with the shocks, and then do those 4 bolts, and should be able to drop her out. Have the big impact. Oop. I grab the big impact and go to town on the diff and the subframe. I got ahead of myself, guys. I didn't do the brakes or detach the sway bar. Well, I almost messed up and forgot to undo the brakes and the sway bar. So we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna go in, unhook the e-brake right here, and then just disconnect the brakes from right here on both sides. And then we'll just undo the sway bar from right here on both sides, and then we'll drop her out. So. Stir it up. Woo! Or she blows. The wash over there with it somewhere. This guy was, should be sway bar. Yep, cool. Bam, bam, boom. Lost nest. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Try not to squish my hand. Woo. Damn, really? Alright. Pry bar. Boom. Shocks are kind of causing an issue, but it shouldn't be too bad to unbolt if I need to. Alright, boys and girls, we got her out. Ended up having to drag it out because it fell off the jack, but there she is. We're going to go ahead and keep the stock e-brake cables. Don't know if I'm going to be getting a hydro in the near future. We're going to take a measurement of that rear camber arm, or camber link, pull it out, just so I can possibly make an adjustable one instead of buying one. Same thing over here with these adjustable tow rods is basically what they are, or what they're called. But it did help with the weight distribution problem. She no longer wants to tip on me. So we should be all good to drop the front subframe now. We'll probably do the fuel tank about the same time. And then we can move into the interior over there, get all the wiring, and should be good to start mocking up the K24. Alright guys, that'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.